On this beautiful day in New Hampshire, good afternoon and welcome to everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all here with us today as we mark this important moment for Cardigan. Before we begin, I'd like to welcome a few of our special guests. Not only is this a family weekend, but it's also our fall board weekend and our fall board meeting. And Cardigan's Board of Trustees are here in force from near and far to help us guide this enterprise forward. The captain of that team is our excellent chairman, David Gregory. We also have with us several guests who have contributed to this important project, helping to make the renovation and construction of Greenwood and Peck houses possible. Please join me in thanking the board and our donors for their ongoing service to and support of the school. I would also like to welcome the extended family of Penny and Schuyler Peck, who have traveled some distance to be with us today. First, their daughter, Nikki Peck Bartlett, who I just talked to, there she is here, with her husband Marshall and children Schuyler, Chad, Brooke, and Sam. Schuyler and Penny's son, Jason Peck, joins us, as does Schuyler's sister, Joan Peck, and her partner, Judy Dearlove. There were many warm wishes shared by the friends and family who could not be here with us today, and my sincere thanks go out to everyone who joins us in this celebration, whether in person today or in spirit. Finally, I want to welcome and recognize Penny and Schuyler Peck. As the building plaques will tell you, Schuyler and Penny have held many roles here at Cardigan, among them alumnus and honorary alumna, dorm parent, teacher and coach, and trustee. The Pecks have always been unwavering advocates for the school, dedicated to the field of education and with an abiding love for Cardigan's boys. As many of you know, Greenwood House has been a staple of residential life at Cardigan since 1973. Charlie and Dorothy Greenwood Banks, Penny's parents, made the construction of Greenwood possible, and later, Franklin and Banks, at a time when Cardigan needed to provide more on-campus homes for all of our faculty. These were badly needed, impactful gifts which transformed residential life at Cardigan. Penny and Schuyler were Greenwood's first resident dorm parents in the 1970s and 80s, and in their time here, there aren't too many roles and tasks they didn't take on. Fast forward 50 years, and you can see from the buildings behind me that Penny and Schuyler have never lost their deep understanding of what it takes to support Cardigan boys. Their long-standing and steadfast support, and specifically Penny's vision, have made it possible for us not only to make much-needed improvements to Greenwood House, but to extend this building to include the brand-new faculty apartment that we have named Peck House. Those of you who toured these new spaces just a moment ago can appreciate just what this gift will mean to our school. So many of us here have our own personal memories and appreciations of the Pecks that it would be impossible to give expression to them all today. I have more thoughts that I will share shortly, but first, I have asked Ed Crair to represent the alumni who benefited so much from the Peck's time at Cardigan. Please join me in welcoming alumnus and current trustee, Ed Crair.
In March of 1980, I was a young kid playing hockey in Massachusetts, and along with a few other hockey friends of mine from the area, Schuyler invited me to travel north to visit a place called Cardigan Mountain School. And that invitation changed my life. And boys, I'm here to tell you that later in life, you will feel the same way about your time here on the Point. After I enrolled, Schuyler and Penny were the first faces to welcome me on campus in the fall. When I sat in the dining hall for the very first time, it was at Penny's table. She helped the 13-year-old me navigate the expectations for meals at Cardigan and for much of school life in general. Though I was not living in her dorm, Penny became the quintessential den mother to me and to many, many others. Much of my experience here at Cardigan was shaped by Schuyler and Penny Peck, and it continues to this day. When I graduated from Cardigan in 1982, the Pecks were also in their final year here at the Point. Yet what felt like the end of one chapter turned out to be just the start of our relationship and in fact, for 40 years, we have remained close friends. I believe that's it. Oh, yeah. Chris has described how the Pecks spent their time on the point as teachers, as coaches, as mentors, and as parents to us boys. You can see behind me the legacy that they helped to create through the lake houses, through the gifts from their family. But I want to underscore that Penny and Schuyler's interest in Cardigan continued long after they left Canaan back in 1982. They have continued to serve and support and care for the school throughout the past 4 decades, and I consider them to be role models for my own support. That is why it has been painful for me, for many of us, frankly, to know that Penny has been facing a tremendous health challenge this year. And I'm grateful that she and the whole family have been open about her courageous battle against cancer. The path that she has walked this past year and a half, has been quite inspiring. I have also been deeply moved by Penny's determination to spend her time helping others. This project grew from the cherished memories of her family's time here on the point and Penny's desire to support similar experiences for those who will be here in the future. It is just like her to choose this moment to champion a project that benefits Cardigan students and faculty. So I am honored to be here today with all of you, with Penny and with Schuyler, and with their family and friends, with current and past students and faculty and staff and trustees. Whether you realized it or not, all of us have already benefited from the Pecks' time here at Cardigan, and today's ceremony adds yet another layer to their broad and deep legacy. With that in mind, I would like to invite Penny to cut the ceremonial ribbon, dedicating and rededicating Peck and Greenwood houses to the service of Cardigan Mountain School. Schuyler, Nikki. No, you do it. Okay.
I'm only using this because it is from my grandfather, Ernest Greenwood, when he was in the House of Representatives in Washington. And it's part of the old White House that had burned down. And it's the wood from the old White House. So it's kind of cool. I've never had to use it before. Nikki, it has teeth marks on it. She found it once when she was teething. And it's got little teeth marks. So she had it before I got it. And this is Ernest Greenwood, who I adored, who was my grandfather. And my message to all of you Cardigan kiddos, boys, is listen to your grandparents, because they have a wealth of knowledge. And your parents. And the only reason I know about what this is because my mother told me what it was. And so, even teeth marks and whatever. And my parents, Dorothy Greenwood Banks and Charles Banks, this was the original plaque from this was the old house when we dedicated it. And Beverly Wakely did all the calligraphy for this. She's a wonderful calligrapher.
Do you want to read this? Want me to read it?
Sure.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, you can read.
I need to see the thing.
Oh, you got it to be there. Yeah.
She wanted me to read this. This is the original dedication that was written by Beverly Wakely, who we all adore and wish she could be here today. Greenwood House, graciously presented in 1973 to Cardigan Mountain School by Charles and Dorothy Greenwood Banks, in memory of the Honorable Ernest Greenwood, 1884 to 1955. Educator, humanitarian, sportsman, headmaster, Dwight School, United States Congressman. And then it's signed by Savage Freeze, Robert Kennerson, all of these, Robert Morrison, several, Hinman's on here. It's pretty cool. We'll have this up in the library, but it's also here too. So that was the original dedication. And this is the new dedication.
And the reason we did this way back in 73 is because this little one was a baby then, and hard to believe.
Where did you used to live?
We used to live in French Hall, and it became too small for us. And then we moved because I went to my parents and I said, we need a little help here because Nikki is getting to be bigger and she needs her own room. She had to share a room, well, not with Frankie Frigoletto, but no. Frankie Frigoletto was on the other side of our bedroom in a boys' room.
Wow. I want to hear more. Can we hear more details?
I'm so happy that this came out so well. I mean, this is just a miracle. When I saw this a year ago, I said to Schuyler, we have to do something about this and make it a little bit bigger so and maybe another faculty member could live here, which we needed. So because when we lived here in Greenwood, we had no help. We were on call 24/7. So now Marty has help. Yay! Marty's very happy about that. Yay. So we hope many more families will enjoy this Greenwood and Peck House together. So we're happy. Thank you. Okay, that's all I really need to say. But I would like to say one word. With me, there is no such thing as one word. My grandchildren know that. I should say our grandchildren. He always used to have a fit saying my daughter, but it's our daughter and our son, Jason. No my, only our. Okay, that's it. Okay. Yay!
Just a couple words, I'll be brief. And we really want to thank a few people that were so instrumental in making this happen. And the first has to go to Mr. Tim Jennings. A year ago, I called him after we were riding home, and Penny said, you've got to do something and make it happen. And so I called him, and we started to talk, and Sandra got involved, we started to talk. And this was going to be something to try to do in a year. It was going to be quite an undertaking, to say the least. And what I told him was, we didn't know how much longer Penny was going to have on this earth, given her situation, and we wanted her to be here today. And I said, Tim, no matter what, you got to make it happen. And he did. So thank you. Really, just amazing. The second thank you goes to our family, and you're all seated up there and you've been introduced, but thank you for all your support, both with your nanny and with me throughout this last 18, 19 months that we've been through, and for what you did to help us here. There are a bunch of you up there, I'm not going to go through names, that former students, former players of ours that supported this in such a huge way, and so many others that lived here and also were in our classrooms and so forth and so on. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts because you really made it happen.
Because we love this place. We love Cardigan Mountain School.
And certainly thank you to Chris and everybody else and Cynthia that was so a part of all this. So we thank you all.
Thank you, Penny and Schuyler. And before we close, I want to pause and ask you all to join me in marking one more moment, important moment today. Penny and Schuyler have incredible personal histories of service to Cardigan, and I want to take a final moment to underscore how important their partnership has been for the Cardigan community. As our current faculty and staff know, it's no easy feat to live and work here on the Point. It's an immersive and intense experience. When Penny and Schuyler visited Cardigan as newlyweds in 1970, Schuyler was a young alumnus on a path to a corporate career. After a fateful visit with Norm and Bev Wakely, however, they pivoted as a couple to a shared life of dorm parenting, teaching, and coaching. They were active and integral members of the campus community for more than a decade. Schuyler taught history and English and coached tennis, hockey, and football. Penny taught reading and created a dorm culture that welcomed boys from all over the Point. Schuyler introduced families to Cardigan, and through our hockey program introduced Cardigan to Finland, a tradition and relationship that carries on to this day. Penny created a lifeline for homesick boys and became a steady presence at hockey games both at home and abroad. They taught during summer sessions and they managed their own parenting, Cardigan style. Nikki and Jason, like so many fact brats who have had the good fortune to grow up on this campus, became part of the fabric of life too. For residential faculty, it is almost impossible to distinguish between school life and personal life. It's a challenging and yet deeply fulfilling model, and Penny and Schuyler embraced it. In the years since they've moved on from the Point, Penny and Schuyler have remained tied to Cardigan in so many ways. Whether serving on the board, volunteering and providing financial support for key projects, skating in alumni hockey games, or hosting gatherings, the Pecks have remained a constant in Cardigan life for more than 50 years. Their support has been both strategic and personal. In acknowledgement of this, over the years, they have already been recognized with almost every honor that it's possible to bestow. Schuyler and Penny have made a visible difference here on campus, and they have also changed lives and inspired us in countless ways that are less easily acknowledged. In 1976, Schuyler gave the varsity hockey team a mantra to never give up, no matter what. We see Penny embodying that advice every single day. For all that they have given to us in the past and for the inspiration that they continue to provide everyone in Cardigan community, I am so very pleased to present our school's highest honor, the Spirit of the Cougar Award, to Penny and Schuyler Peck.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a heavy second.
Compassionate and loving God, our hearts are grateful for our beautiful school and the generations of boys who have made this place their home. As we rededicate Greenwood and bestow a new blessing on Peck House, we thank you for the incredible generosity of the Peck family. May we always cherish their loving commitment to providing a sanctuary for both students and faculty alike to live, grow, and belong. Greenwood and Peck House create community where boys will form lasting bonds, dream bold dreams, and find at the end of a rich and full day rest for their tired bodies and souls. May the Peck legacy, their elevation of education, service, and friendship, be long remembered as countless other Cardigan classes pass through these doors. And may their gift to us inspire future Cardigan visionaries to leave their mark on our beloved Point. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's in my Bible. And it's, one of those deals that I know I ever use it because I know every time I think about it, and when I see it, I think about key people. Key people for the people.
It was definitely a good call. I did.